greatly appreciate you joining me. And we're going to speak on two senses: touch and hearing. Very rarely we speak on those two topics in the way that I am going to share. So get your candle, which I have mine, and you should know, if you don't know, it's manifesting. And I have greatly approached many manifestations, have come forward. I love my candle I've made. It's vegan, handmade by me. So go on my website, jaspernaturals.com, and get you a beautiful candle, which is made out of beeswax. So you will enjoy. Get your tea, drink with me as we go in. So let's speak on the energy of touch. Get your pad and your pencil, and let's take notes, and we will use this element as a lifestyle. Right now I have red jasper. This is excellent for those elements, hearing and touching. So we going to touch on hearing. Hearing is confusion here behind the earlobe. So therefore you can have some misconceptions about what you heard because you have blockage. So we're going to go in with balancing the equilibrium. I have my notes, so if you see me looking down, ear, that's your receiver. It's the energy field. So what are you receiving? What are you receiving? So what are you receiving? What are you receiving? So therefore you will allow yourself to stop information that isn't beneficial for you. Hearing is one of the chakras that we don't speak of. There's over 162 last that I checked. But however, we're going to speak on the amplifier. How do you utilize it? What are you amplifying? I'm just pausing. Allow you to think, because I'm not giving any answers. Homework. Get results and research. So we're going to speak on the inner ear. That's translation. Are you your own translator? Are you taking notes? Sound radar. What is the scammer that's going in and out of your ears? The waves. So, hearing is just important as your heart chakra, the pineal gland, which is your crown, the third eye. Those are the ones that we speak of the most. We like to unblock because we feel as though we have some leverage. So let's talk about it. Your equilibrium. If your hearing is off, you're totally off. What are you listening to? What are your high vibrational, I would say, conversations? Who are your go-to when you're building a case so you can be right? That causes blockage in the ear canal because you're not hearing with clarity. The amplifier. You have the volume going up and down, hearing what you want to hear, which would be suffice for you. Lowering down the gauge to ignore the inner growth within you. Causes blockage where you're not allowing free will of nature to occur, to bring you in a space of clarity, hearing crystal clear. A lot of times I've experienced going to house cleansings, clearing it up. People has moved, so they hire me to go in and collect their energy, so to speak, remove their energy from the place that they're loved. Well, these are some of the things that we leave. This is from your child. I'll throw that away because it doesn't go with the match of the others. So many has been lost. So we're just going to leave this. Have the cleaners to toss it out. Hearing. You taught your child that this is the color of white. This is a circle. Hearing. So therefore you're going to leave the energy, which we're speaking of, feels. That goes back into touch as well, which we haven't gotten there. This here is connected, they interconnect with the person that had this card. Well, how does it affect them later on in life? You're teaching them the lifestyle of geometrics, circle, color therapy, white. And then later on in life, in their young years, they forget the element which was taught, loses the ear of hearing, which causes them to translate. The transmitters is off. Can't connect with circle of the earth, going around in a circle. As well, what earth reminds you of? I don't know. Well, I taught you at 2 years old that this is a circle. Circle connects with earth. Wondering why they can't connect with purity, which is white. Stay clean. Transmitters is off. Why? Because you left this because it didn't go with something else. And this here, in that box where there were many colors, many shapes, the child decided to take it in different parts of the house or take it outside with them because they liked it and they connected with it. But however, we wonder why our children loses some of the things that we taught that we feel that was fundamental. Oh, well, we're going to leave different things such as here where you hung curtains, and this is the ending of the curtain rod, which is fashionable then, but it's not fashionable now. But however, you and your girlfriends got together and you all had fun, or you and your spouse, or you and your self, could be. So you said, hey, I created something that was beautiful. And I remember songs that I was playing, or I remember listening to tutorials. I remember listening as I was working. I was creating. But however, we say, I'm going to just toss this for the cleaners. So these things of senses that I'm speaking of has meanings. Your child had a birthday party, or you had a birthday party. Listening to the joy, listening to the celebration of being I guess accelerated, being first, being special. Leave this for the cleaners. Sound. Speaking of the sound that can get trapped. And what do? We can use red jasper to come into one, but be your true self when you do that. Because the elements is energy as well, and know when you're about your truth or when you're about bull. So which one is it? Drink with me. Some of the sounds that you hear that's uttering out of your mouth. Good play. But however, you're illustrating weakness. You're illustrating unsureness. The sound, no truth. So let's go in. That's when the inner ear has the radar, the scan, the scanner, which gives you the transmitters saying this is true, this is untrue. Let's be real with ourselves. Touch. Let's hear. I have my notes. Touch is concentrated with inner self. Inner self in a way of nerve ends. The nerve ends that I love to speak of can cause you to be unhealthy, as well as the largest concentrated feelings is the fingertips, tongue, lips, touch. That's why when you are caught up in the Kundalini energy and the kiss is irresistible, unforgettable, and it causes you to move in a way that you never had before. That's touch. Touch within the womb should be tender. One of the reasons why we have the lotus flower, the petals, tender, the aroma smells good, fantastic, makes one comes back more than normal, because it's magical. Touch. The surface of the skin creates sensation. Sensation is what we have lost because we have been taught to be hard, strong, independent. We touch our vagina, it just becomes norm. No sensation unless you are beating your clitoris because you can't get any satisfaction from the penis. So you have to give it a head start. Root chakra is off. Red jasper is excellent to use to become grounded. So feelings. When you're into passing up, here's a puzzle. The reason why I'm going with the child element, because we have forgotten the little people within us. What's your hobby? Do you remember? Who stole your damn dream? Do you look out the window and daydream anymore? Or did someone tell you it was foolish, get back to work? Becoming one in touch with nature, just with visuality. Where are we? I am going to quit pulling from this, because this is the shit that I find at people's houses, you know, because they think, oh, just go on and do your spiritual cleanse, the cleaners will be here. Well, no, I don't go after no one. Cleaners first, and then I come. So, you know, you even forget your hairpin. And this here is energy that was attached to your head, to your body. I don't know if you can see it. And you forget. Or you don't care about it because you can buy more. Is anything significant to you? Anything? What is your practice? Throw things away that you don't no longer need anymore? You know what that sounds like? That's how you do people. So, these are the things that we don't talk about as far as the chakras, the hearing, the touch. Touching, a sound of, as I said, confusion, the back here, the ear. Touch is trauma in the back of your head. Do you want to heal? Or do you just love being in the glory of pity? The glory of meeting someone, having a story. The glory the victim, the pleaser, the self-acceptance, let's just, I'm in nature, so you're gonna see me doing all this shit, you know. I ain't trying to kill anything because I'm out here where they are. So we're just gonna sway them over. Is it worth it? Because at the end of the day, you're still going to be unpleasant. Thought comes from fear. Thought comes from the past. Joy comes from a broken heart. So therefore, you're going to operate in the aspect of being truthful to yourself, knowing what you feel comfortable with. You feel comfortable with bullshitting people to feel good just for the attention? You feel comfortable with brokenheartedness, which connects with the root chakra, hysterectomies, fibroids, cysts, irregulating bleeding on your menstrual, blood clots? What is it? Because the ancestors that's sitting down within you, hearing your shit. Some of it connects with the bullshitters that's inside of you, speaking of your ancestors, because all of them not up and up. Some of them need to stay where they are. Don't need to be utilized. What are we doing? Why waste your time going to energy workers? Because you go in there with no truth. I see it all the time. Do you truly want to walk in your truth? If you do, then open up for someone to lead you on the right path and get you off your shitty path. Everybody has had a mama that they want to trade in, a daddy they could trade in, sisters and brothers they could trade in. Guess what? They're yours. So with them being yours, you have to learn how to live life without prejudging. So you would like to give your life a chance from being a seed from the beginning. Once we came out of this matrix, to the matrix, that's when we came into the earth of rejection. So it's a lifetime of cleaning up within before we look at others to pretend and what I mean by pretending, that your hurt was so great. And it gotta be a hurt that's greater than the next person. Let's start healing. First, killing the confusion, the sound that is within. The verbal abuse. Clear that up first. The manipulation. Clear that up. The inappropriate touches. Clear that up. the physical abuse. Clear that up. And I can go on. The deception. Clear it up. Because everyone around you has issues just like you. So therefore you would want to sit down in a deep-seated place, as I always say, and look within. Meditation doesn't do it. Sorry to disappoint you. Well, what does, Alicia? Looking in the mirror, the reflection of you. Can you stand in the mirror naked and love your body? Can you speak to yourself and love to hear your voice? Can you walk on dirt, grounding, and love the feel of dirt without thinking about the dirty person that had taken advantage of you? And it made you feel nasty. Can you do any of those things that I just said and heal first? That's the beginning. So I appreciate you sitting down, chatting with me, drinking with me, candlelight. It's a beautiful aroma, by the way. So as I always said, are you grown? Speak with me. Giving you enough so you do your homework. As I said, get results in research. It's been a pleasure.